What's going on, guys? It is your favorite businessman, CEO Rico, on ceoricotv.com. So, guys, today we have a very interesting video we're going to review. We have B. Simone. She had an interview recently where she basically came out and she said that she couldn't shop at, what was it, Bloomingdale's anymore. She had to go over to H&M, and then she started to cry. Now, it has got the internet. It set the internet off. It set a bunch of people off, pissed a bunch of people off, basically because B. Simone has throughout a period of history, she has come out and she has said a few different demeaning things that kind of went viral. One of the things that she had said was that she could not date a man that had a 9 to 5. He had to be a entrepreneur or, something of the sort. She even threw in there that even being a drug dealer would have been good enough, which is beyond crazy because, while yes, drug dealers we all know that some drug dealers have the ability to really run great companies if they actually put their time and effort into it, but they're doing something illegal, so it just doesn't make sense. And then fast forward, she has said a few other very emotional things, I guess you would want to say, and the internet kind of, went crazy. But this has got the internet going crazy because of what she said, and we're going to actually dive into it. Now, this video is a little long. However, we are going to skip through parts of the video and just give our reaction in regards to it because that's what we're here to do. Let's get into it.
Idea of fun in your decisions, they look different. You have to leave your old life behind.
What's going on?
I'm shaky. You know why I'm shaky.
Baby, you're on day what of this fast?
We'll get there. I'm about to unwind, by the way. Y'all, if y'all are listening to the audio, first of all, I'm sorry. It's a lot. But the audio drops every Monday. The visual drops every Tuesday. If you listen to the audio, go watch the visual. I am unwinding on camera. I am in my BET outfit. I'm about to take off my shoes and my earrings. Her shoes are already off. Welcome back, Shekinah. Y'all know Shekinah.
Yeah.
You're hungry. I'm gonna let you eat. It's fine. She can cry.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
She's hungry.
You look beautiful.
Thank you, baby.
You feel beautiful tonight.
I feel so good. I was on that carpet. I didn't think twice about my answers. You know when you're... So I feel really good. Like I'm...
Yeah,
opposed to the other event when we had our conversation.
Yeah.
Tell them what you told me. Like,
I told you that. What did I tell you?
No, I'm just saying that. Like, you know, you kind of pulled me to the side and were like, basically that. Like...
Yeah.
She pulled me to the side and was like, how do you feel? I was like, I was a little nervous. Like, I
walked confidently and boldly. Like you were crying your eyes out. I said, did you pray again and ask him again?
So tell them what happened. Walk through that.
Yeah, I went out to dinner with a friend and then I came home. You were getting your hair done. And I just looked at you and you was like, I'm tired. And I was like, I know you're tired. And you just started crying. And I was like, do you want to stop? Like, you were like, no. And I was like, are you sure? Did you pray about it? Did you ask him about it again? Maybe he's releasing you. And you were like, no, I'm not released yet. But that's so hard as your friend to watch you go through that.
I was like, this is so hard.
So hard.
Oh my God. And it's not even the hungry part. Like you get past the hunger. Like I can't say like, if I had a pizza in front of me, I'm like, I'm packing something that I can't see right now.
Wow.
That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like.
You feel like you're attacking something you can't see right now. Do you feel like you know what it could be? Although you can't see it, because sometimes our spirit does know.
Like I feel like it's a breakthrough with what I'm creating with the app. I feel like there's been so much just my finances. Mm-hmm. Like the budgeting, you see how I am nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. Mm-hmm. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Like I notice it in me now, just nitpicking. And it's not even, I just don't have it like to spend the liquid. Yeah. I'm used to having liquid. And because I've invested in this app and this platform, I don't have the liquid. I got the money.
Not yet.
But not yet. It's coming. I have it in assets. I have it in jewelry. Yeah. I have it in, but it's like the liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account.
But you're also used to a hustle.
Okay. So it's really interesting, just that component. I understand where she's coming from in regards to the liquidity of your, money. I understand where she's coming from, far as when you have to invest in something. I understand everything on what she's saying. Here's where I don't get, because she used the Bloomingdale's. Oh, we gotta shop. I gotta shop at H&M, as if that was like a super bad thing. Now, I'm not going to say anything about she needs to be humble or nothing like that. No, reason I say this is simply because when you start building yourself up and you start getting into breaking through ceilings when it comes to your finances, yes, there needs to be a bit of humbleness, but at the same time, it's like, why? Yes, you can always go back down, but it's kind of like the people at the bottom are always going to speak the loudest. The people who do the wrong are always going to be the loudest. So it's like, if you've got yourself to somewhere, you can flaunt your shit. Do you? Not necessarily flaunt it in somebody's face like, oh yeah, you a broke motherfucker and I'm not. No. But, it's okay to go shopping, shop at the better places, buy the more expensive clothes and all. You got it, right? But what gets me is the fact that she's up there crying about it. That's where it's kind of like, I don't really get it, simply because that's a part of running a business. That's a part of just business and hustle in general. I understand this just from a male's perspective. It's kind of like a inherent thing where, as you're an entrepreneur and as you are working through this process, that you're not always going to have the most amount of money. See, a lot of people like to glorify being an entrepreneur as if it's just this everything to do. It's really not. Being an entrepreneur is one of the toughest things you could possibly do. Whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're just a solo entrepreneur, whether you are opening a business to where you are hiring people, a whole different ball game. One of the easiest things you can do is go to work. Reason being, all you simply need to do is you go to work, you punch in a clock, or however the time structure is. You do the job that was already assigned to you, do your job, go home, right? When you're running a business, every moving part you have to be a part of until you can graduate out of that. So you have so many different hats you're wearing as a business owner. So it's like, as a business owner, we understand that there's going to be times where we can't spend like crazy. I know when I just closed my business down last year, it got so tight in business, I had to start back driving Uber and Lyft while I was still running my business, just in order to make a profit. Because the business itself, all the expenses were piling up. Like, my expenses for last year is in the six figures on how much I spent. And when I tell you, I tried my absolute best to keep costs down as best as I could, it just was not working, right? But I didn't cry about it. And I'm not doing a comparison between her and I. No, I'm just saying, as a business person, you accept what comes with it. And then it's like, on her behalf, she talked all of that shit in regards to, her life. And once again, I'm not saying it's anything wrong with you tooting your own horn. If you put in the work, you bust your ass to get where you was trying to get to, toot your horn. That's every right that you fucking deserve. Give yourself your own flowers, toot that horn. But once you tooting that horn, when stuff get a little tough, don't try to come back and start crying and get sympathy, because this is the road that you chose. You shitted on other people, you down other people. Now you can't, you like, oh, I got it in assets, I got it in jewelry. It's like, well, okay, go sell some shit then. It's like, you're a big girl. Go sell some shit. Get the fuck over it. If you got some jewelry, go pawn that shit if that's what you need to do. So fucking what, you can't go to Bloomingdale's and shop. Okay. Go to fucking TJ Maxx. Go to a little boutique. Go anywhere. But to be on here crying about the shit is so crazy.
Mentality.
For sure.
And this time when you set out to do the app, you said that you wanted to do something that was legacy. That was going to have longevity.
Not quick.
Yes, you don't.
I don't want it.
Return.
I don't want it quick, and I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
I know that. I believe in what we're building.
Yeah,
but I think that, like, that's what I'm fighting.
Use the microwave, and this app is a crock pot.
Wow.
This app is a slow cooker.
Wow.
And you're gonna reap the benefits of it later, but right now you're sowing seeds into that.
Yeah, she's absolutely right. But then also, here's another thing that a lot of people don't truly understand. When you make an investment into something, that investment is not going to start paying you out immediately. It's not. You have to let the investment do what it needs to do in order for it to grow and then start giving you returns. But an investment could, who knows how long an investment could take? An investment could fail. Like if you want, when you start listening to individuals who've built businesses, who built apps, who've done a number of different things, they'll tell you they failed a number of times. It was a whole bunch of lessons learned. When they said we taking L's, it's lessons learned. But you have to fail forward. How she feels right now when it comes to this investment could completely fail. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to deal with the consequences of that? Because everything has a consequence, good or bad. Everything. Are you ready to deal with it? If you're not ready to deal with that, you should not be in this arena. Now, mind you, I don't know too much about her app. She's doing everything by herself or whatever. But I know that she does not have a significant other there with her. I know I seen something about her. I seen a little clip, her and the baby. I guess she likes the baby. And they were having a conversation, they was in the bed or something like that or whatever. So supposedly they dating or whatever like that. That's not something that will last at the end of the day, because we just know the nature of things. In a lot of cases, when it comes to what we call her, do we call her a celebrity? Is she a celebrity? Okay, a celebrity. A lot of their relationships are bullshit, because where they are coming from, what they're offering to the relationship, to the other person, and vice versa, it doesn't click because it's always so superficial. B. Simone has said that, she said a number of different things in regards to relationships, and we don't have to go deep diving into that. I'm going to actually put some of the clips in here for you. But what she speaks on, it's like the man that you want doesn't want that. So how can you think that you can give him just anything and he's not going to want, something good in return? But you're doing all this all on your own. Now she has to go through this, and she's going to go through all this journey and all like this all completely by herself. Now, for some people, they say, well, it's okay for her to go through her journey and all like that. Okay, cool. Perfectly fine. If you want to run with that trope, perfectly fine. But you can't sit here and tell me that you would not feel more comfortable if you had somebody in your corner that was rocking through everything right there with you, to when you did feel like it was too tough, when you did fall, it was somebody right there to lift you back up, like, don't worry, I got you. You can't tell me that, right?
And so it just takes time, but you'll have that liquor cash.
I believe that.
You'll have all that.
I believe
it.
I know it.
Yeah. But that's why the battle of the app is so challenging, because when God's hand is on something, when his hand is on something, it's evident. Do you know how many women's lives are impacted already? That casting call we did, bro, life changing. Every girl that's a part of this, are we allowed to talk about that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had major breakthrough moments. She's launching the app, and there's a talk show on the app that I'm a part of, and we sat on the couch. When I tell you breakthrough moments, that's off the backs of you. Yeah, you're going through this. Yeah, you feel like you're tired. Yeah, you got to fast 10 days. Woo! Yeah, going into 13. Yes. You talking about you want to be a Jamie Foxx. What? You want to be honored at the BET Awards? Well, for sure. This is your journey, babe.
You guys simply pop your freedom, and
nothing can be built that is of value. Nothing will be easy if it's of value. Like they got this one saying, like, Rome wasn't built overnight or something like that. Because anything that's built fast, it will crumble fast, right? But there's one part in here that I really wanted to touch on. And let me find it real quick for you. And it was in regards to the type of friend that she is. So I'm about to go exactly to, hold on.
You're shedding the old you. It's like a snake when they have to go through the shedding process and they literally shed their old skin. That's what you physically, mentally, emotionally. You're just becoming I don't know what you're becoming. You're becoming whoever God has called you to be. I know that.
Okay. As long as I'm not going down the wrong path.
No, I don't think you're going to. I think that we talked about this. One of the things that we talked about was I just coming from our friendships, traumas, and all the things that we've experienced within our friendships publicly and all the things.
Yeah.
We had a real conversation a few weeks ago.
You checked me.
And I checked you.
You were like, you sound so mad. You sound so angry. You sound so bitter. Like,
I was over
you were
it.
like, this is not discernment. This is pain.
Yeah. I said, how can Pastor Darius, our pastor, said something and I'll never forget it. He was like, people want to say that they're discerning things, but why is it that you only can discern when somebody bad?
When something's bad.
Or something's not going right? Why can't this person ever discern when this is a good relationship in my life? Why can't you discern when this is a great opportunity and this is a door that I'm supposed to walk into? Why is it always something? He's like, no, that's superstition. That's actually fear. You're scared.
It's fear.
You're traumatized by an old relationship.
And so many women go through that, whether it's a nigga, whether it's a friend, you get hurt and now you move with this like, this fear. Guard up, this fear, this anger, you're broken, you're hurt.
Yeah.
So I don't want to ever move like that. I think about all the things I did in my past for people, for friends, for niggas, for family, for the wrong people. The money
I understand where she's coming from in regards to that. But one thing, I was just literally having a conversation with my babe. And what's crazy is, people like to regret the decisions that they made in the past, right? But one of the things about it is, and it's just my own personal belief, if you genuinely did it because you were genuine with it, what is there to ever regret or to be upset about? One thing people seem to like, they try to stay focused on, like when it comes to like relationships, not just like intimate relationships, but like friendships, family, whatever. So many people want to take what has happened amongst them and they want to hold on to it like, oh, it was a waste of time, or, oh, I shouldn't have did this for this person or something like that. It's like, no, every relationship that you have in life, it's not going to be a forever thing. It's seasons. People are placed into your life for seasons, and it's for a reason. It's either for you to learn something, go through something to get to the next step on where you're supposed to be, or whatever. So it's like, if you're not giving out of genuineness, what are you really doing it for? Because at that point, now you're playing a victim. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, I should have never did it. Why? Now I can understand if you get a little upset, like, man, I probably, I gave him my last, and probably shouldn't have did it, but it's like, it is what it is. Let me move on. But to regret it, it's like, I don't really rock with that one.
I done gave people money. I done bought houses. I done paid for divorces.
Now think about how I feel as your friend.
And that's crazy. Talking about, I didn't pay for divorces. It's like, she's single as hell and you're not paying. Why you ain't pay for no wedding? Why you paying for divorces? Like, it's so crazy. It's just so crazy because, like, in general, a lot of women, it seems like, how they say misery loves company. And that's one thing where I'm really starting to see, like, women truly love misery. Because while they are champion each other as far as, girl, you could do better, you deserve to be happy, all that bullshit, right? When them women go home by themselves, they're fucking miserable, okay? They can sit here and try to, girl power all this dumbass bullshit from modern society today or whatever. But we all know that's really a lie. Because what you will always hear women harp on across the board, where are the good men? Why are men always hurting, me or us? Or they love, especially like in the black community, they love to say the stupid shit of, oh, black men are leaving their families, which is a fucking lie. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. I can't stand when women say that dumbass shit, just because those particular women are in fucked up areas, poverty-stricken areas, and want to deal with the bottom of the barrel men. They want to put their anecdotal ass experience on all of men, as if black men are just, oh my God, they're leaving their fucking families, even though the statistic and the data show something completely different. But I digress. I'm just simply saying, I don't like it. It's very frustrating.
And let me tell you, I'm going to get there. Mm-hmm. And I've done all that. And then the right people come around that have the purest heart, that love you so much, and you're stifling and you're looking and you're paranoid and you looking people up and down and it's anxiety. That's not coming from a healed place. It's coming from, like you said, bitterness.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like a guard is up.
Yeah.
But that guard is up because of the choices that you have made. Because it's like you can get to know somebody, and honestly, I'm a true believer of you should not be around people that are not going in the direction that you're going. You get what I'm saying? Like if you, let's say you worked and you built something, or you created something, and it's doing extremely well. You no longer can and you making a lot of money. You no longer can still move around the people that you once were hanging with. Because if you came from a poverty-stricken area or just environment in general, and you've built yourself and you've moved past that, you're now looked at as a target. So if you got new people coming around you and they are coming from the air, oh wow, she look crazy as hell. Like, let me get that off.
I've never been.
And they're coming around you with the same type of situation that you just left from, you goddamn right, you should have your guard up. You should be looking like, whoa, wait a minute. You kind of broke. Not saying it in a bad way. You get what I'm saying? But you have to be aware of the situation and the people that you're around. Because if you're around people that's doing their own thing, where they're just as productive, just as successful, if not more successful, power, all of that, and they are genuine people, and you learn if they are genuine people by simply having a conversation with them, interacting with them. Typically, people who are productive and are genuine, they don't want nothing from you. They're not even going to tell you about what they may be going through because it's their own thing. Those are the people that you want to be around. But if you going back around the people that you once left from, what the fuck? That's going to happen. Then your guard will be up. So then you have every right. But it's like, that's why you don't be around those people. You have to make better decisions and better judgment.
Been like that in my life, and I feel like I'm coming out of that slowly.
Yeah,
but there was a little moment where I had it, like I was heavy. I was like, and I was aware. I was like, I do not want to be like this.
Yeah,
I feel it.
Yeah,
I hear it in my tone. Like, I agree with you. I can't even say I disagree with you. I feel it.
Yeah, you
were
like,
pain.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's catch it.
Yeah.
Let's catch it.
Yeah. You were swallowing it though, because you didn't have nothing. Okay.
But what were we going to say? And think about how I feel as
I mean, this was the hardest season of my life this last year. And sometimes from the public perception, it's like being a best friend with a celebrity. Everybody thinks that, oh, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got
it, or they helping you.
Baby, when I tell you, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom, all this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody.
Yeah, she just said it.
To help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like, I love him. That's my soul. And I can't nobody didn't give me a handout. But guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed.
Jesus.
I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid because I'm building my story too. But it's like, as a friend somebody who has it, it's hard to digest because everybody around you, nobody would ever, they're probably shocked that I'm even saying this right now. All this year.
In less than 12 months.
What? But I said.
That is crazy. I believe that anybody would have resentment towards that. Simply because if you supposed to be somebody's best friend, now listen, I was listening to something earlier and, somebody was giving their opinion and they basically not necessarily the friend was in a sense like wrong. She shouldn't have no resentment or nothing like that because she didn't work for it, which I completely understand. I get where they coming from 100%. But here's the thing. This is just my own personal opinion. You can't call somebody a friend or a best friend or like y'all locked in. You cannot call them a friend. And then if they're going through something, you can't show up for them when it's needed, because it's like, it's not like saying that they're trying to take something from you. No, But if we locked in for the good and we locked in for the bad. And not only that, your friend more than likely was a productive individual. Now, if your friend is just a bum out here, that's a different story. Because at that point, they're trying to take advantage of you. But if they're productive and they're working through whatever they're working through, now I'm not saying go buy her car, pay for her car, put her in the house. No. But to make sure at least she's all right, like, amongst females, but even as men, if I got it and my man's is down, why wouldn't you say what's up? Because I want the best for you. So, okay, cool. I ain't gonna give you 10 bands. I'll loan you 5. Or fuck it, I'll loan you 25. It's not hurting me. Let me loan you 25. I know you a hustler. I know you will go get it. I know you going through a hard time, and I know you just need a little bit of help. It's not a handout. It's a hand up. Here, give me the 25 back once you get on your feet and you get yourself together. I'm not on your head about it. I know you good for it. Go do your thug thing, because that's the reason why I rock with you, and that's the reason why we stay around each other, because I know you. I know you. I know what you doing. I know you pumping. I know you working. You just you just got a bad hand this go round, but it's all right because I got another deck for you. Here you go. Play that shit and come back when you get yourself together. So while I understand where she coming from, like, her story is being written and everything like that, I get it. But on the flip side, what is the real point of being somebody's friend or relationship or just whatever? What's the point if when times do get hard, you can't lean on them a little bit? I ain't saying, like no damn handout to where you can't get up and do shit on your own. No. But why can't you lean on them a little bit? Because when everything good, everybody vibing, oh yeah, we can go here, go there, spend money here, party, all like that. But then as she said, I'm seeing you give these people money, get this person money and all like that. It's like, but damn, bro, I've been rocking with you since before all of this. It's not an entitlement. It's just like, I just need a little bit of help. You're supposed to be my peoples. Because other than that, the situation was flipped. You telling me you won't want the same in return? You want me to just watch you struggle and watch you go through what you're going through all by yourself?
All that to say, like, I don't even know what was it?
Just not being resentful. And it's both. It's you knowing, oh, that's not your responsibility. And it's me knowing I can help the right people.
Yeah. But the flip side of that is like, okay, not me. Everybody has their own lesson.
Right.
Mine is like, okay, don't be resentful. But you were trying to fight through bitterness or unforgiveness, whatever.
I did that already.
Right. But it's like, okay, if God told you to give Shekinah some money,
right,
would you listen, or would you allow would you allow what you did in the
resentment
past
and the bitterness
to come between that? Everybody has a responsibility.
Yes. Not even Shekinah some money. Anything. If God said it, just because you are heartbroken, God said, go, that's your husband, but now you fearful because the last nigga cheated. You done missed out on the whole blessing. The whole blessing. You can't let the past pain and the past heartbreak and the past relationship breakup and the past anger and sadness and brokenness keep you from doing it again, trying it again.
Oh, Lord.
It's one last part I wanted to get to in here. And, even though we watch clips, I'm actually kind of glad I just watched through this or whatever. I mean, because, she's, I ain't gonna say speaking her truth, does it? But she's expressing herself, and I get where she's coming from. It seems like she's trying to, working through a lot of stuff or whatever. But there was another part in here that I think they spoke on. Let me see. Because there was another part on where she explained. Is it coming up? It's right in here. Okay, it's about to come up. So let's just let it rock.
Trying it again. Trying it again with the right people, with the right friend, with the right man, with the people that truly love you. I literally talked about that. I said, I want to do what I used to do. I told you I missed that.
You did.
Oh my God, yearning for it. And I know God is going to bring that back tenfold, but
that was another point in our relationship.
Yeah.
Recently, I have this opportunity and I called you and I told you about it. And you were just like, okay. Mm-hmm. And you called me back.
I called her right back, y'all. I was so convicted. I was so convicted.
You were like, I don't like how I felt. when you told me that. And I was like, what do you mean? You were like, I don't know what it is. I'm talking this out in real time. But whatever it is, I don't like what I felt. And I said, did you feel jealous? And you were like, I don't think I feel jealous. But like, will we be able to do what we did before?
Yeah.
Will it happen for us again?
Yeah.
And that's when that's how we got on the conversation of you letting go of the hurt and not being traumatized by your past.
Because we went through all the emotions. Are you angry? Are you sad? Are you jealous? I was like, I'm not jealous because I don't want what you have. I'm sad and I'm angry and I'm upset that I'm not doing it with me.
Yeah.
Like, we're not working together.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have that. Y'all, let me tell you something. Anybody that's in my circle, I want to work with you. I want to put you on. I'm putting you in position. I like doing it together.
You do.
I get what she's saying. I don't fully agree with it. I get where she's coming from. I just don't agree with it. Mainly because, as you know, she already sat here and said, you know, they discussed everything. But off the strength of when your friend is going through something or whatever, opportunities, whatever, you're supposed to, not even you're supposed to, but don't you think it would be best if you were just genuinely happy for him? Like, just genuinely. Like, I had some old associates. One in particular had an associate where he had got a new truck. And I didn't have no new car. I just had my little Cruise at the time. And he had whipped up with a brand new F-150. Guys, when I tell y'all, I was so excited for him. I was so happy for him because I know the pain and the struggle that he already had went through for a time in his life. When I tell y'all, I was so freaking happy for him. He even said it. He was like, damn, dog. He was like, I think you more happy for me than I am on myself. I'm like, bro, because you just don't understand. I'm so happy for you. Like, my friends and my people, when I tell y'all, I be so happy for their come-ups. Like, in some cases, I think I might be happier for them than they are. But it's because I understand what it feels like to go through something and to get to that next level and to start acquiring different things. I get it. So I be extremely, extremely excited for them. So this one, it was interesting. Like I say, she got a lot of flack for this. That whole, you know, they took the little clip about the whole her shopping at Bloomingdale's instead of her shopping there and now having to shop at H&M, and people was going crazy about it. But I understand where she's coming from with it. Honestly, she just really need to like kind of like chill out with a lot of the stuff that she be on, as far as like putting other people down, stuff like that, because everybody go through their seasons in life. Like, you can toot your own horn without putting somebody else down. That's where you kind of get, you know, because once you do have your season, your down season, it's kind of like a shut the fuck up, don't nobody care. Because you was talking all that shit when you was up. Now you down. Now you want to be a little, you know what about it. But guys, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, all right? And I'll catch y'all later. Peace.